to a new video. So today I heard that Song Jae-lim, the South Korean actor and model, has sadly passed away. So I noticed this hand picture. It's not this that clear in this video, but I can still make out the lines. Now, if we see what the main line which I saw was the headline that it's going too much downwards towards the mount of the moon. This is the area of the mount of the moon. So when the headline goes too deep, it means that the person loses themselves in their subconscious. For writers, actors, models, filmmakers, this is the perfect headline to have because the mountain moon is represents imagination. So any line going towards there means that some imagination is being used. So, but with this, again, how do I say this? That I have also written an article on people taking their own lives in palmistry, so I will link that in the description below. I will also link my video on the suicidal hand. So one of the main, I would say, types of headline or main signs of suicide is by Kiro, who is the master palmist, who I learned a lot from. He identified the sloping headline as the main reason that the people take their lives because people cannot control their imagination, they cannot live in reality. So here again we see that not in every person who commits suicide they have this kind of line, but majority who do they have this kind of line. Now don't worry if you have this kind of line yourself, that doesn't mean you will kill yourself or anything like that. It just means that there is a tendency towards depression and very dark depression. Even and these type of people they tend to be non-materialistic, so they're only concerned with the spiritual aspect of their life. So maybe they weren't spiritually satisfied with their life. Again, if we see another aspect, we see that the heart line is very short. We see that it's a short heart line and it's straight. So short heart line doesn't mean that the person is heartless or selfish. It just means that along with its straightness, it means that the person is very, how do I say this, conservative with their emotions. So this kind of person, they don't like to express their innermost selves very fluently or eloquently. So that's why they keep their real self hidden. Maybe what you see them as smiling and very jolly, but inside they are depressed, they're hurt, they don't seek help. So that is what happens. Again, another aspect, if we see Saturn is flat. So this means that the person doesn't have the Saturnian strength. Saturn gives strength as to live life and take care of their challenges. But here, if we see that the Saturn mount is flat. And then we will look at the lifeline. We see that it's joined until the 30s, until the mid 30s. I think this person is 39 years old, but if we see here, it's joined at least till 35. So this means that till 35 they were very introverted, and I have not seen such a or have not commonly seen such a headline and lifeline joined together for such a long time. So there is that as well. And then we see there is one attachment line here as well. So maybe this person was attached. I'm not sure if they were married, but they had at least someone in their lives who they could talk to. But unfortunately, the guilt took over or some kind of depression. As I mentioned before, the heartline and headline combination is like that. And if we see the space between the, let me draw this with a black pen. If we see the space between the heartline and the headline, this is the space. I'm just drawing it in black. If you can see, it's very limited. So these kind of people, they live within themselves. They don't consider seeking help because they have a narrow space right between the heartline and the headline. This means that they don't like seeking the advice of others. They have difficulty seeing other people's point of view. So this is also difficult for them. So this is another thing which adds to their pressure in life. So these are all the signs which point towards that. Now let's also look at the positive. If we see, this person is good hearted because the Venus mount here, the Venus mount is very developed, and again the heart line is also good and straight. The fingers are very nice. So this shows that the person is very good hearted, and it means that they have love to give. But again, we also see that the Jupiter is developed, so this means this person has a higher standard of life. This type of headline means that they're non-materialistic, they give a lot to charity. The fate line is coming from here. This means that their work is connected to the public. So all this combination gives shows a person who's very good in life, like a good person. Lower Mars is also developed, which means aggression, but this could also reflect in anger. So there's that, and the thumb is not straight, so I can't elaborate on that. But I think it's medium length, which means that this person had a balance on emotions and non-emotions, so logic and emotions. So they had a balanced mindset. But overall, if we see this hand, this is the hand of a actor or model because the Venus mount gives good ability, to be passionate. And if we see the Apollo mount and the Mercury mount, both are developed. So this shows that the person has talent and communication skills. So this person has everything going for them. Why they took their life, we will never know, because it's very hidden. So again, if we see, if this person tried to seek help, then they would have gotten to a very good place, but they didn't seek help and instead they took their own life. So as I said, that palmistry can sometimes show signs. And remember to read my article and also watch the video in the description on suicide, so that will tell you more about this aspect in palmistry. So this is all for the palm reading. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, like it. If you love it, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.